Most of us eat without thinking. Today's guest thinks about almost nothing else. David Zilber is a food scientist, fermentation expert, and all-round legend who wants to change the way you see everything on your plate. This is The Gut Truth. David, how are you?
I'm great.
I'm excited to dive in. Before we get started, we've asked all our experts, what started your relationship with gut health and how has it continued to shape your work?
I would definitely say that my relationship to gut health and the human microbiome came through my work, which is the field of fermentation.
Yeah.
I and to be honest, I came into fermentation from a purely gastronomic lens, from the standpoint of like these are ingredients that have enormous power and potential in a kitchen to build flavor, to add acidity and brightness to menus and dishes where they might be lacking otherwise. I came to it from that lens, and the considerations to the health benefits at the time, let's say 10, 12 years ago, weren't even that well established as, like, they felt like spurious claims.
Yeah. Woo-woo.
Yeah. So, well, it was just, it was a little bit too much of a constellation of information to really want to make the tie concrete or explicit. So when I was working in fermentation at Noma, we shied away from that. And we just said, these are amazing tools for flavor.
Yeah.
And the longer I was in the game, the more it became apparent that these two things, that fermentation and gut health and the human microbiome, are intractably linked. And so naturally my research just kind of exploded open that door and yeah.
So you're a food scientist.
Yes.
What does that actually mean? And what came first? I think it sounds like the food and then the science.
I'm a chef first and foremost, and food scientist is a title that was given to me by my boss at my new job only within the past 5 years.
Okay. Quite a broad question to sort of kick us off. Do you believe food is medicine?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Why?
Because all medicines come from foods. It is. I read a really great book a few months ago, Most Delicious Poison, that talks about all of these natural toxins that, in a large enough dose will kill you, but have been used historically to treat ailments.
And with fermentation, a byproduct of that is obviously your love for microbes.
Yeah.
What fascinates you most about the wonderful world of microbes?
I feel like if you are at all interested in biology or, the living world, when you start digging, you will invariably start to look at microorganisms as the linchpin to it all, the keystones that all life, all multicellular life, anything that you can see with your living, with your open eyes in the living world is dependent on microbes, is born of microbes. You go back enough generations, they were microbes. They have microbes living inside them. All of their most crucial processes depend on microbes.
And as we've discovered more about the science behind microbes and new technology have allowed us to do so, how do you think microbes are going to change the world? Big question.
I think microbes already have changed the world.
I thought you might say that.
It is their world.
We're just living in it. It's a microbes world. We're just living in it.
Yeah, yeah. But it's the change is already here. I mean, you've heard of CRISPR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This amazing biochemical toolkit that allows us to literally cure diseases in humans, at the cellular level, to alter a human being's genes to fix those single nucleotide mutations that might cause horrible hereditary diseases. We can go in and fix those now. Those are real medical advances. Yeah. No one knows that CRISPR came out of a yogurt plant.
Really?
No one knows that the science that went into CRISPR was first kind of scratched at by two French scientists who were like, how do I make the cultures that go into my yogurt production more resilient to phages, which are viruses that attack bacteria. Mm-hmm. Then they discovered this amazing mechanism inside bacteria that allowed them to kind of have this adaptive immune system that could remember past infringements. And then they would start digging into that, and some Nobel Prize winners came along, and took that out of bacteria and made it a real technology.
And I think what blew my mind when I started finding out about microbes, just how many there are and how many different types and strains. Because I think we all know, like, lactobacillus, you know, that's in our yogurt. But there are so many, aren't there? And we're only just starting to uncover them all.
Yeah. Yes.
Trillions. So what was your sort of career timeline?
Basically flunk high school. Couldn't do anything academic. Couldn't get into university, so I went into kitchens.
Yeah.
Farted around in Toronto for a little bit. Went out to the West Coast to work for Canada's best chef, who at the time had just come back from London, and worked for like Marco Pierre White and Raymond Blanc. So that was kind of my pedigree growing up, was kind of the 90s English establishment. That's where all of my culinary sensibilities really come from. I was a butcher for a couple of years. I moved back to Toronto, and that was really great because that was a nose-to-tail mom and pop butcher shop, and we used the whole animal, all from organic farms. We got to like go visit the farmers and like see the chickens and see the beef. But I was a charcutier, so I made all of the salami for the restaurant. You take your meat. Is it
fermented salami?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take your meat, you grind it, you add your seasonings, you add a little bit of sugar, you add a little bit of food. Back in the day, that would have been like cooked grains. But today we use like pure microbial food, dextrose. Yeah. And then you inoculate it with bacteria. You hang it up at room temperature. That freaked me out when I was like 20 years old doing this. I'm like, so we're just going to leave the meat out for like 3 days?
Out of the fridge? What?
And my boss is like, yep, up in the rafters. And the bacteria will sour the meat and lower its pH and keep it safe from harm. And that's the whole point. And then you dry it out to reduce the water activity and make it long lasting. And then you have arguably one of like humanity's tastiest inventions, which is like salami. Yeah. Like cold cuts, sliced meat.
So you went from like leaving meat out to then, were you at Noma
leaving everything else out?
Yeah, I was going to say, leaving the rest of the kitchen out in jars.
Yeah, many years later.
What was in between?
I was the sous chef at Canada's best restaurant for a while.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I want a bit more. So I kind of, stepped up to the big boy leagues and tried for the world's best restaurant.
Yes.
And
you did it.
I got in.
Champion.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But I was very quickly plucked out of the service kitchen at Noma, which was intense and it was fierce. But I think
so many people know Noma now because of the bear.
Yeah.
I mean, it was famous anyway, and now like,
yeah, absolutely. And I was put into the fermentation lab. So that's the R&D test kitchen that just helped to supply the sous chefs with like new ingredients for the menu. It was really like, it was food science. And maybe that's why I'm a food scientist now at an actual food science company. Yeah. But that was just the investigation of fermentation, taking techniques from Japan, India, South America, wherever, and applying them to, the pantry of the Nordics to come up with new foods.
Right. We're going to move into a game now. So if you can grab your paddles. All probiotics are the same. Nonsense. Why? Just this.
Because not all dogs are the same.
Yes.
Because not all people are the same.
Yeah.
Not all probiotics are the same.
Yeah.
There's different probiotics for different things. You have different parts of your microbiome that need different things. And, even the fact that the definition of probiotics goes down to the strain level means that the same species of bacteria will act very differently and produce different clinical outcomes when you actually look at what's going on in the interplay between them inside your body.
Eating fermented foods every day transforms your gut.
I 100% believe it because I've seen it.
Yeah. And make sure they're tasty. A random question. Do you have loads of ferments at home in your house?
I do, yeah. I have as many as my fridge.
Yeah, can hold.
We're actually buying a new fridge because our fridge is not big enough to hold all the jars.
Really? Do your kids like fermenting?
Do they like fermenting? Mm-hmm. Yeah, my kid likes helping me out in the kitchen where he can. He's 3.5, so put helping in like quotation marks.
No knives.
It's more. It's more like me cleaning up.
Yes.
With him around.
Yeah.
But he likes participating.
Okay. You can out-supplement a bad diet. I think I know what you're going to say here. Yes.
I think it was the Dalai Lama who said, Western man, spends money to strip the nutrients out of his food, then spends more money to package them in pills and replace what he's taken out. I'm paraphrasing that, but there was definitely...
It sounds legit.
He said something to that effect. And it's very true.
Okay.
You can't just take out what you're missing in pill form and expect to fix all your problems.
Yeah. Last one. A healthy gut looks the same for everyone.
No one-size-fits-all solution. I have a great way of talking about the human microbiome. In that it's like a fingerprint. If your fingerprint was like the satellite image of a hurricane from space. Mm-hmm. Like it's different for everyone, but it's also different for you in time. Constantly.
Evolving.
Exactly. Like it changes from birth to childhood to, adulthood to old age. It's constantly moving. It changes with what you eat. It changes with where you live. So no, a healthy microbiome can't look the same for everyone because it doesn't even look the same for yourself. Even if you have a healthy gut your whole life.
Yeah. Never heard it described as a hurricane before, but there we are.
Complex systems.
Yes, indeed. Right, next one. I don't know if you had this when you were growing up. I think it's a UK TV show, Snog, Marry, Avoid.
We call it something else in Canada.
Okay,
can we
cool.
swear on this podcast?
Yes.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Okay, yeah. Basically a similar vein, right? The extreme ferments. Hackarl? Fermented shark?
Yeah.
Century eggs. What are century eggs?
Century eggs, I don't even know if they're fermented. To be fair though, Harold McGee, the god of food science, has corrected me on this. And anytime I've been like, actually this process is so salty or so time sensitive that it's not a ferment. He's presented me a paper, been actually,
it is.
Check out these microbes that can survive at 18% salinity.
What is a century egg?
A century egg is a raw egg that is coated and aged in lye.
Lye?
Yes. So this is a very strongly alkali paste that you rub around the shell of the egg. The egg is porous, so that will penetrate. It basically cures the egg from the other end of the pH scale, like acid cures ceviche.
Okay.
And it becomes quite strong. The sulfur that's in the egg will really come out. It goes this insane hue of translucent brown green. No. Blackish almost.
You're not selling it to me, David.
It is an acquired taste.
Do you like it?
I appreciate it.
I respect it.
I respect it. The ingenuity that went into producing these in East Asia is... People have come up...
Is it eating a fart? Or worse?
No, it's not as farty as you think, but it is strong.
Third is surströmming.
Surströmming.
Right? Yeah, surströmming.
Yeah, okay.
Fermented herring.
Okay.
So you've got fermented shark, fermented herring, and century eggs.
Yeah, okay. So I've had lots of surströmming. My girlfriend is Swedish.
Right, okay.
It is not as bad as you think.
Okay.
It's pickled fish.
Yeah, I think I've had it before and I like it.
It's not as stinky as you... It smells stinkier than it eats.
Yeah.
So, with that said, I would snack on century eggs. I would marry surströmming. Yeah. That's a bold statement. And I would avoid...
fermented shark.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because it's very... When you ferment shark... So sharks have urea in their blood. Right. Urea like urine.
Yeah.
The same compound. And that doesn't go away when you ferment it. It only gets stronger. So it tastes extremely...
Why
on earth? It tastes of ammonia. It tastes of... It's a lot.
It's Iceland, isn't it? It's where
it's
the famous...
Yeah.
The condiment cabinet. Miso paste straight from the tub. Apple cider vinegar shots. Or soy sauce as a drink.
Why are you making me do this to
because
things I love?
We have to go extreme, David.
Why am I eating
It's the
them
world
like
we
this?
live in.
Okay. Yeah, apple cider shot. Healthy. Great to regulate your blood sugar before a meal. Let's say that we're going to... Was it marry?
Marry. That is the most extreme.
I'm going to marry apple cider vinegar shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to snack on miso straight from the tub. Yeah. Soy sauce as a drink? Are you crazy? A little bit goes a long way.
Yes.
I'm not chugging that.
Okay. Fair. Right. Second to last, the lifetime supplies. You think we were going extreme before.
Yeah.
We're going even more extreme here. A swimming pool of kimchi, a warehouse of aged Parmesan, or a bathtub of kombucha. You know how you see in these things and that people are like bathing in red wine?
Yeah.
Like that, but kombucha.
No. Because it's still so sweet
Sticky.
and sticky and vinegary. Like,
And
God,
fizzy.
God help you if you just shaved your legs. Getting into that.
The sting.
Getting into that stuff.
The sting.
It's bad enough, like, being a cook trying to squeeze a lemon, taking a bath in kombucha. No.
Yeah. Okay, right. That's
That's
out the
out.
door. Avoid. In the bin.
Yeah. Then definitely marry the warehouse of Parmesan cheese. Have you seen the actual, like, Parmesan cheese?
No.
Where, like, in
No. They're huge.
Modena? It's like, it is amazing. Just like wheels upon wheels upon wheels
Oh my God,
of just
like a little mouse just nibbling at it.
right.
Okay, we're marrying that.
And then I would have a bathtub of kimchi around for a
Just
snack.
taking a little,
Just like
just little bits of it from the.
exactly. Putting a grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Put on my eggs.
What are they called? Kimchi's toasties.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good.
You would just eat kimchi out
You
the
can
top.
put kimchi in basically anything.
Totally.
You can just
I'm
put
here
it in
for it.
anything and it's
Yeah.
good.
It's true.
Mac and kimchi's, grilled kimchi's,
Mac and kimchi's. Come on now.
cheeseburgers.
Come on now. Right, last one in this we've asked this one, the same one, to all our experts.
Chef.
The internet made me do it.
Yeah.
Drinking your own celery juice every morning, a coffee enema weekly, fizzy or not, fasting for 48 hours.
I don't want to stick copy up my poop chute. I don't want to do that.
Especially not the fizzy
Celery juice, fine.
stuff.
Like,
It's not
and
going
then
to do
what
you
was
any
the third?
harm.
What was the third one?
Fasting for 48 hours monthly.
Okay, month. Okay, that's a snack in itself.
Yeah.
And I see the benefits of I understand the benefits of fasting.
Yeah.
Like, I get Yom Kippur and Ramadan. I get it. And even like the doctors who've been like, well, you start degrading your own broken proteins for, like, I get the whole fasting thing.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of like athletes who do it and like proclaim the benefits of intermittent fasting occasionally.
Right, we've got it then. Snack fasting for 48 hours, avoid coffee enema, and marry celery juice.
Yeah.
Or did you want to marry?
Yeah, no,
fasting?
I'll marry celery
Okay,
juice.
cool.
That's why
Hydration. It's not going to do you any harm.
Yeah. Fiber.
If you had to build the ideal gut supporting day for the average person, what would it look like, and where does most people's day go wrong?
First things first, I would start off with like a fiber-rich, hearty, savory breakfast. I would say some Greek yogurt.
Yep.
I would say some like oatmeal or a granola made with whole grains. Like take whole wheat berries, make a granola out of that. Not too sweet, just enough to get it to bind. Nuts in there, shaved almonds, hazelnuts, whatever it might be. Sprinkle that on top. And I am a fan, this will be in my next cookbook, but I'm a huge fan of fermented fruit jams, where you ferment your berries, you ferment your fruit. Like, you turn them into pickles, basically. But then you cook them down into a compote with just a little bit of like natural sugar from some fresh fruit.
Yeah.
So you have this amazing mixture of fresh and fermented.
Fermented jam.
Yeah, and a lot of people will slag on me to be like, well, if you cook down your fermented fruit, aren't you killing all the probiotics? No. I mean, yes, you are.
But then the
But no, you're not killing off all the benefits.
Okay. Right, so we've got breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have a snack before lunch?
No.
No snacking. Okay.
No, I'm not. Not before lunch.
Okay.
You know what? To be honest, when I get to work, I always have like just a handful of nuts because they're on the shelf in the pantry anyway.
Fair. Good
That's
for
like a
fiber.
nice yeah.
Coffee. I'm assuming you're having a coffee.
I've heard lots of benefits to coffee. I've heard lots of.
Yeah.
But you know what? If I need to get through the day alive and
Indeed.
sane,
Agree.
I need to drink coffee.
Yes. Into the veins.
Yes.
Directly into the veins. Right.
Yeah.
So we're there. Lunch.
Lunch. What am I having for lunch? I love, if this is lunch and it's a gut friendly lunch, I love like a really big grain salad.
Okay.
I told you that like I just made like tabbouleh.
Yeah.
For like, okay, that's like, the cracked wheat, but like red quinoa, again, wheat berries, the barley spelt. Those types of grains cooked, cooled, slightly al dente with like a really nice herby dressing. Throw whatever you have in the fridge in there.
Yeah.
Like really nice cherry tomatoes, some crunchy celery, pickles. It just takes it so well. It's
You're
so
literally making me feel
satisfying
so hungry,
and
David.
filling. Salads get a bad rap because people don't know how to make them tasty.
They just have one wee slice of lettuce and think it's a salad.
Yeah, no, that's not satisfying.
Right, dinner. Dinner. Obviously you cook for all the family.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your go-to in the evening?
I'm doing gut health again.
You're doing gut health.
I'm doing a gut
We're
health.
always doing gut health, David.
I would do a genmai.
A who?
Genmai bibimbap.
A who?
Genmai is brown, like japonica rice.
Okay.
So brown
Like
short
whole
grain
grain.
rice. Yeah,
Yeah.
whole grain short grain rice. Then, so that's the
Yes.
easiest part.
Yeah.
You fry an egg. You take your kimchi. What do I got in the fridge right now? I got kimchi. I got takuan, like pickled daikon.
Yes.
Like the saffron pickled
Yeah.
daikon. I made these turnip top, like soy sauce, shoyuzuke pickles. So I've got all these pickles in the fridge just ready to go.
Yeah.
Probiotic,
Bang 'em
full
in.
of life. That just goes on top of the rice. Fried egg. If you want a bit of protein, if you want some animal protein, go for it. But you obviously don't need that much because you have so much else going on the
Yeah.
plate. Mix it all up. You're set.
Yeah, your son likes that as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He does.
I want that right now. Can we magic it here? Right. One non-negotiable throughout the day when it comes to gut health, and you can't say ferments.
Water.
Okay.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Okay.
Water helps your digestion.
Yeah.
Water keeps you hydrated. It keeps you healthy. And something that people forget is that like bacteria love to swim. Like bacteria
Oh, right.
need water.
Why have I never thought of this before?
Bacteria need to swim. You can't just have them just lying on a dry table.
Yeah, they dry
doing
out
their
and die.
thing. Yeah.
Oh my
Bacteria
God, why
need
has that
water.
light bulb never happened to me before? Right, last question. If you could give every person watching one thing to do for their gut health tomorrow, what would it be?
I would say eat more ferments.
Yeah.
Just eat more ferments. Just have them around in your fridge. You'll reach for them if you have them. They're not going to go bad. Not only are these ferments, if you make them yourselves, full of probiotics, not only are they full of like secondary and tertiary metabolites, short chain fatty acids that your body, your microbiomes use as signaling molecules that you use to, feed you. Just from the standpoint of opportunity cost, when you have ferments in the house and you put them on your plate, you're leaving something else off. When you have water kefir in your fridge, you're not reaching for Coca-Cola. When you have sauerkraut in your fridge, you are piling that on your plate instead of just, a double portion of mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And that opportunity cost, that positive opportunity cost that's afforded by just having ferments around is, I think, the key to like a happy gut and a happy life.
It's as easy as that. David, thank you.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.